comes together next season. That's the best way I can put it. I hope everything comes back together. It has to, because you know what we need to do next season. So yeah. But yeah, let me share my screen with you lot and let's see what's going on in the news, people. Arsenal are not, well, we knew this anyways, but Arsenal are not expected to finalise a deal for Viktor Gyokeres before the squad leave for their Asia pre-season tour, which it doesn't seem to be the case. Ben Jacobs, who has, in my opinion, gained a lot more credibility this period. Arsenal now close to a full agreement with Sporting for Viktor Gyokeres. Hope is for a breakthrough over the weekend with a small portion of add-ons still under discussion and Gyökeres waiting for permission to undergo a medical. 63.5 million euros plus 10 million euros package broadly agreed. Only small details left. Okay, Sporting, everybody, let's stop being childish. Arsenal, Berta, we flexed our muscles. Sporting, you flexed your muscles. Gyökeres, you flexed your muscles. Yeah, now let's get to an agreement. You lot continue your life without Gyökeres. We continue our life with Gyökeres and we can move on to do whatever else we need to do. Enough's enough now, guys. Yeah, enough's enough now. Let's just get this done. Gyökeres could still join the squad who play friendlies against AC Milan on Wednesday, followed by Newcastle United on Sunday, both in Singapore, and Tottenham Hotspur in Hong Kong on a week on Thursday. So, yeah, you can still link up, but we want to see this done. There's been some rumors that he broke up with his missus. Apparently, the striker's relationship with actress Ines Igel is solid, and the two are now preparing to build a house in a certain area. I see. She saw you as serious, and she realized it's a meal ticket. See, Gyökeres, you're a good tactician, my boy. Big up Igel, but Igel's moving mad. Like this is, you know what? Arsenal fans are funny. I've seen us become accountants, private investigators, tracking planes and moving and whatnot. Now you got people becoming stockbrokers. Sporting are a publicly traded club on the stock exchange. This could be why the Gyökeres news has gone quiet. Big up Miguel, but at this point, he just got to be doing this, just doing this for the sake of doing it. Like, he's a madman. But yeah, during the week, we would have seen Gyökeres is furious with Sporting for stalling his move to Arsenal. Apparently, he hates them. He even had his relatives clear out his house in Portugal in the week to force through such a move. Now, again, we've gone over what is apparently the breakdown of what's delaying this deal, which is the bonuses. The first 40 games, so the first set of 20 and the second set of 20 games he plays, they want 2.5 million euros each. We get Champions League football, they want the next 2.5 euros. If he plays 20 games in his second season, they want another 2.5 euros, people. So there you have it. Apparently, they've got their replacement lined up, and the longer that Sporting take the, pardon my language, the piss over this Gyökeres stuff, the more it's going to affect them getting a replacement, because apparently the Almeria president, João Gonçalves, has warned Sporting they are willing to sell striker Luis Suarez elsewhere as negotiations with Arsenal ramble on for Gyökeres. Apparently, Sporting view the ex-Watford frontman who got 31 goals in 43 appearances last season as the perfect Gyökeres replacement. Sunderland and Burnley are monitoring the situation. Sporting are only willing to proceed with a deal for Suarez once they have finalised the sale of Gyökeres to Arsenal, which is yet to have been ratified due to a difference of opinion over the add-ons. Now, in the same way we've probably told Gyökeres, don't worry, it's going to happen, they've probably told this Almeria lad, calm down, it's going to happen. But at some point, things are going to need to move. This is just clickbait for Arsenal fanatics. Amen. Big up the New Yorkers. DG, why are Sporting doing it if their life depends on Gyökeres? Because they believe they can get the deal done in it on their terms. Rare property experts, bro. Like, it's mad. Like, it's mad. Like, do people not ever stop and think, like, yeah, this might make sense, but like, bro, come on. Apparently, people, yeah. So that's being said there. So the Almeria chief is getting peed off with maybe Sporting delaying because he wants to sell them the striker. Continuing on with that, it makes sense to point out that Luis Suarez missed training the day after the removal company had gone to Gyökeres' house. Are these coincidences? I don't think there are any coincidences in these things. Do you? So everyone understands what's going on and that we're getting closer and closer to making Gyökeres' transfer official. And now things are starting to align and they have to go like this in tandem. I believe that when Gyökeres is announced as an Arsenal player, a few hours later or the next day, the player Luis Suarez will be traveling to Portugal to do a medical and sign his contract with Sporting. Xavi Simons we've been linked with him before, but it's kind of re-emerged. There's been rumours Barcelona have held talks with him. Don't know how far that goes, especially with the Rashford stuff. Romano said Chelsea and Arsenal among clubs attentive to Xavi Simons' situation this summer. You lot having him, or would you rather Eze? Or do we need both? He's prepared to leave Leipzig as revealed since May, and Premier League top clubs are informed. No bids or talks yet. Nothing concrete with Barca so far. Continuing that, Ben Jacobs has said both Arsenal and Chelsea have this lad on their radar. As reported last month, there's been no bids. Simons keen on a Premier League move and to leave this summer. Leipzig paid 50 million euros plus 30 million euros, but not all add-ons triggered since he left PSG. 65 million euros plus add-ons is understood to be a realistic ballpark. So what's 65 odd million euros? That's about 50ish latter stages of 50 odd million. And again, there's also the caveat of sell-on clauses and all those kind of things. But if we don't overcomplicate it, that's potentially cheaper. If these words are gospel, that's potentially cheaper than getting Eze. So Xavi Simons suitors, which include Arsenal, hope to agree a fee worth 56 million for the Dutchman. However, any deal will likely see RB Leipzig demand add-ons while also boasting a sell-on clause naturally, because if he hits the ground running and realizes potential, you know how the football thing works. Can we get to 200 likes, people? We got 167. Arsenal remain focused on signing Eze. For the Gunners, they will likely only bring in one of Eze or Simons if Martinelli and Trossard both stay in North London. Should one of those go, Mikel Arteta's side could look at signing them both. Wait, well, I don't think both go. Arsenal remain focused on the signing of Eze. For the Gunners, they will likely only bring in one of Eze or Simons if Martinelli and Trossard both stay in North London. So we're looking to bring in one regardless? Okay, the way I read that, I thought maybe we're not actually on to either one unless somebody leaves. I'm not too sure. I'm tired of hearing about Rodrigo, but for you lot, sources with connections to the agents industry have informed court side Rodrigo looks increasingly likely to leave Real Madrid this summer. Interested clubs are unlikely to go near his 100 million euros asking price, but Arsenal could test the waters with 80 million euros offer. Real Madrid want more than 100 million euros for Rodrigo. It could be reduced, but this is the starting of the negotiations. That is what Romano has said. Negotiations have already started between Real Madrid and Rodrigo to decide his future. More talks are to follow. Apparently, some reports have actually said Arsenal have abandoned their pursuit of Rodrigo, people. And apparently, leaving Real Madrid will not be easy for him. He loves the club. It's really difficult for him to say goodbye. There'll be more than one conversation with the club to discuss the situation. Real Madrid will let him decide whatever he wants. I've covered this already, but Arsenal apparently are actively monitoring Mainz forward Nelson Viper. I mean, in the next 18 months, you can make a case of another striker, more development, rotationary option on top of obviously Gyokeres. I don't think we're doing that this summer, but it would make sense. We saw in the last 48 hours around Nwaneri committing his future and signing a 5-year deal or a 4-year deal with an option of another year. Romano said all documents have been signed between Nwaneri's camp and Arsenal for a new deal. Progress made last week, agreement in place this week, deal sealed now. Nwaneri and Arsenal together until June 2030. And if him and Lewis Skelly and all these guys keep developing, they'll sign improved terms. Now, you would have seen Christian Mosquera. It was a leaked picture of him doing his interview at Arsenal, which we all know he's an Arsenal player. But nonetheless, the ITKs of this world have said there were some issues with Mosquera's medical, which cannot be discussed due to medical confidentiality. Everything should be fine, however. That's why there's been a delay in the announcement. They just have to overcome this complication. Well, I mean, there can't be any complications if you've been pictured in the thing, people. But yeah, Fabio Vieira is interested in reuniting with Carlos Cuesta at Parma. Arsenal want 20 million euros, but there's a possibility of finding a middle ground of an agreement. Some patience is needed, with Parma happy to take their time in the move. Have him, man. Have him. Go and help out Carlos Cuesta. Go over there, man. You can't help us, Fabio Vieira. Hand of Arsenal said there's a delay in the Christian Mosquera paperwork. The details won't be discussed, and these boundaries should be respected. There's still time for him to make the expected 5 to 6 p.m. Asia tour flight. If there is an announcement, you know the drill. Surely, in the next few hours, they announce that. Hopefully, Gyokeres. So, yeah, we've gone over Fabio Vieira. Should the Gyokeres deal fail, apparently it's been reported Arsenal could make a move for Nicholas Jackson or Ollie Watkins. You having that, people? Arsenal this week apparently have been approached by Fulham as they attempt to re-sign Reece Nelson. Alone is not going to suffice, as we all know. I don't think Sky Sports needed to report this, but nonetheless, Arsenal would consider suitable offers for Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, and Albert Sambi Lokonga. I mean, there'd be something wrong at the club if that wasn't the case, surely, people. Man United are keen admirers on Benjamin Sesko. I mean, if something goes left with Gyokeres, surely we go over in that regards. And Arsenal and Spurs learn Bayern Munich's cut price valuation of forgotten ex-Premier League midfield destroyer. We were linked with Paulinho. Apparently, he can depart for 26 million euros. Do we really believe we're going to spend on another midfielder where we've been linked with Xavi Simons Eze, Gyokeres, this one, that one? So there's probably other pressing areas that are going to be big money additions. Fair enough if you do, but yeah, I can't say I believe in it, people. Guys, if we get Eze, Martinelli will still play on the left wing. Eze will be a bench player for Odegaard. Please understand this. 200 like target people. Tell them again. I hear it, man. I will give up on Rodrigo if Arsenal sign both Eze and Simons, but it's not going to happen. Rodrigo probably would have considered Arsenal, but we spent our winger budget already on Madueke, so it's a wrap. DJ, I don't want to hear this Rodrigo deal because he's not ready to leave Real Madrid. But hey, nah, Rodrigo not coming to us. Has he had a meeting with a XA yet? Who is that? Forgive me, but the acronyms, who's that? Who's XA? I'm not sure. Eze over everyone else. Gyokeres will be Aston. Chill, man. We're going to get him, man. Relax. I know it's mad me telling you lot to relax. Gyokeres will be here. I'll delete my YouTube channel if we don't sign Gyokeres. You really want to put your neck on the line where you ain't an agent or an ITK? Who died and made you? David Ornstein, did you? He's here. He's actually signed. I'm going to keep saying it. DJ, I think this deal with Xavi Simons is suspicious because they only signed the guy last summer and his price tag is low. I just think he wants to cut out, man. I know I'm a Chelsea fan, so you might not like this, but I think Xavi would be great for you as he plays as a left wing and an AM and have the ability to break down low blocks, which Arsenal struggled with last year. He can definitely help us break down low blocks, but I think for our team to consistently and convincingly break down low blocks, I couldn't tell you what Arteta needs to do, but clearly there's something from a coaching element that needs to be done. Xavi Simons over Eze for me. Do they even want Gyokeres? I think they do, man. Just cool, man. Just cool, man. I swear Havertz must have seen all the striker links with Big Don's man is bulked up over the summer. It's great for him, but that ain't going to change your footballing ability. When Arteta throws the cups in the bin, then what? Because Noni is not good enough to win us a PL or champs. He's got to answer for that. He's got to answer for that. Arteta's got to answer for that. Kepa signing is fire. We need to recognize this more. Fire. It's calm. Like, I'm not going to lose sleep over a second choice keeper, Kepa. I would feel very uneasy if Raya got injured for obvious reasons. But if Kepa had an extended stay in the side, but fire, really? It's just calm. Like, it's just calm silent. Really? What squad number will Glock 9 wear? I think he's going to pick a dodgy number. I don't think he's going to get the 9. I don't think he's going to get 14. I think he might do like a weird number. Like, you know how Lewis Skelly probably the 49 is going to become iconic in his career. Rice hasn't changed from the 41. I think he might do that. And then maybe next year there might be a change. Same way Raya's got the number 1 now. Madueke is a decent winger. I don't have any problem if he's back up to Saka. I have problems if he starts on the left for us. I have problems if he starts on the left for us. We don't sign another winger or attacking options and he doesn't do what needs to be done, because I'll always praise fairly and critique the players, but you didn't buy yourself. You're trying to reinvent the wheel, Arteta. I think Noni competition will be good for him, and specifically for Martinelli. I think Odegaard needs Glock 9 to be unlocked, but it's a great time now to be worried about what Berta does than what Arteta is going to do with them. In Berta, we trust, man. He just landed, man. He just landed. Lookman factually has a £47 million buyout clause. Why buy a Chelsea reject for more than that? Rightly or wrongly, they wanted Madueke. They didn't want Lookman in it. Is Noni even better than Reece Nelson? Because I don't see it. I hear that. Let's stop taking the piss now. Like, let's stop taking the piss. He's better than Reece Nelson. You might not. Obviously, if Nelson plays amazing next season, wherever he is, I might retract that statement and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that Nelson isn't more silky in that, but Madueke's done more in the game. Not respectfully to Reece Nelson, what have you done? You've done more. I would trade places with you, a professional footballer, but what have you done? Madueke's made his name at PSV. He's been capped by the country. He has helped Chelsea win a trophy. He has won trophies. What has Nelson done? Realistically, what has Nelson done? 90 points to be in the conversation. So, yeah, Madueke is a stronger option than Nelson. Let's not buy it. Let's be fair. Let's not buy it. Let's not take the piss here. You know what I mean? Noni is better than Nelson. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. I wish that wasn't the case, because I'm like you lot. I wish Nelson, you know, when he was talked about coming through the academy, we obviously hope he would have been that kind of guy, innit? But that's we can't live in an ideal world. If I wish we lived in an ideal world where Nelson was this, well, he is a great talent, but it correlated from the academy into the first team, and we've got all these Haaland boys and Nelson. I wish Jesus could stay fit and score goals. I wish Tierney was able to invert. I wish Tomiyasu didn't get injured. I wish Mikel Arteta wouldn't reinvent the wheel. But here we are. I wish Martinelli had great decision making. Here we are, though. 14 is reserved. I mean, it's free. The 10 shirt's free as well. Gyokeres should take 14 unless Jesus gives up the 9, which I doubt. To be brutally honest, though, If he really was an Arsenal fan and all of that, you might as well take the 14. And I think, you know what? Gyokeres might, you know, because he seems like a mentality monster. He wants all the smoke kind of thing. At the end of the day, obviously it's an iconic number, the 14 for obvious reasons. Just like, well, I know numbers don't really mean anything now, but like the 9 shirt, the 10 shirt, all these kind of things historically, it's just a number at the end of the day. And if you're Gyokeres slyly, if Eddie and get your guy, I must can wear that. You lot are converting me to that. I'm taking Xavi. He's too versatile and has unreal quality. I just think, I don't buy it though. I think there's an admiration. I think it will be floated, but Leipzig, is there going to be bad blood? Because you look, I know no negotiations are the same, but you took the piss over the Sesko thing where you gave him a gentleman's agreement. So you're going to take the piss even more because the Xavi Simons thing, I know he wants to leave and whatnot, but you spent a lot of money on him. There's probably a PSG sell-on clause. There's probably all little random nuances in that deal. I just can't, it's probably complicated.